To unpack this a bit more further for us, we now speak to Energy Analyst Mthunzi Luthuli, and he joins us now via our video link. Mr. Luthuli, thank you so much for your time this evening here in SABC News. I mean, 11 million electricity meters that need to be converted. One would ask, I mean, they seem to be already halfway through this. How elaborate is this process to ensure that they meet the deadline of 24 November?
Good evening, Bali, and good evening to the viewers. Look, the system itself, or the process, the procedure of doing the conversion is not complicated at all. Okay, the challenge is the numbers. Now, Eskom and the municipalities, I think SALGA said that they started in, I think, August last year, and at the moment, they are both about halfway through the process of doing this conversion or this recoding. And given the fact that, we only have a few months until November, they really have a tight schedule ahead of them. But I think if they double their efforts, it can be done before the 24th of November.
And of course, I understand that some of these systems will be outdated by the time we reach the month of November later this year. But I also see that Eskom is saying that there's an issue of theft that they're also concerned about. Perhaps maybe just give us an insight there when it comes to the issue of theft. What exactly are they talking about there?
The recoding is not really directed at curbing electricity theft, okay? Although it will help in the process. But the main reason why this has to be done is that when a coding system is designed and it generates random numbers which you find on your token, there is a finite number of numbers that it can generate, okay? So, for instance, a 20-digit system will have a very large number of tokens that it can generate valid token numbers. It will be higher, for instance, than in a 10-digit system. Okay, but the numbers are not infinite. So once you've run the system for many years and it has generated lots of numbers, you start getting to a point where you are coming to an end of the number of numbers that you can generate without duplicating. Okay, and so you then have to recode the system to be able to generate new numbers. And that's really the reason, and this is why this exercise is being done. It's not necessarily to curb electricity theft. Although it will help in the electricity theft situation, because apparently some vendors have been able to generate valid numbers without people having to let me say, procedurally purchase the tokens.
And if municipalities and Eskom are unable to meet that deadline come later this year, what would then be the ramifications for those who rely on the system as a form of electricity?
Look, firstly, I think electricity users who use prepaid meters shouldn't panic, okay? If by the 24th of November, your meter has not been recorded, all it means is that you will not be able to purchase new tokens, in which case then you need to go and say, look, I cannot purchase valid tokens, my system needs to be recoded, can you assist in recoding? In fact, customers can even do this themselves. because the way that it works is that if you do say that you need to let's say you go to a municipality or Eskom, an Eskom branch or outlet, and you say you need to recode your system. My understanding is that they give you 2 tokens, okay? You enter the digits from the first token, and the first token is not really to load or to top up your electricity. It is used to literally recode your system. You do that, and once your meter and the system accepts that code, it will then allow you to add then the code or the number on your top-up token. Okay, so this is something that you can even do yourself. Okay? Unless, of course, your meter is faulty and your meter needs to be replaced, in which case then you should urgently go to your nearest municipality or Eskom and apply for your meter to be replaced. But people shouldn't panic. Even if your meter is faulty right now, there is sufficient time before the 24th of November to be able to do this.
How different will this system, this new system be? Will it be the same as the one that's currently being used, or do we know that if Eskom and municipalities have slightly changed this new system?
So, from the customer's perspective, there is absolutely no change. Once the recoding has been done, people will just continue to purchase tokens as they have been doing all of these years. There will be absolutely no change.
How much is municipalities and Eskom, paying to recode all of these new systems?
Sorry, can you ask your question again, Bali?
I was saying for changing these meter boxes or these new systems, how much is being spent, or do we know how much is being spent by Eskom and municipalities to see this change to the system?
Eskom and the municipalities haven't really revealed how much money they are spending in doing this recoding. It's a labor-intensive exercise, so that means that they will have spent quite a substantial amount of money. But I think that customers again should not worry about them. Eskom and the municipalities are doing this at their own cost. The customers will not bear any cost of the recoding.
All right, Mr. Luthuli, thank you so much for your time this evening here in SABC News. That is Mthunzi Luthuli. He is an energy expert, just giving us an insight there when it comes to that deadline that municipalities and Eskom have, but of course also stressing and emphasizing that this will be done at no cost to consumers. So that's something that many South Africans will not have to worry about come the 24th of November 2024.